Nikon Nikkor Z 28mm F2.8 SE review. The Nikon Z 28mm F2.8 functions faultlessly on both DX and FX mirrorless Nikon Z cameras. The SE variation of this lens is particularly conducive to the ZFC digital camera due to a vintage makeover that includes a silver rim and old-fashioned knurling that gives it additional saleability. Aside from aesthetics, it's fundamentally identical to the more prevalent Z 28mm F2.8. The pictures are exceptional and the construction should prove satisfactory for most photographers, rendering the lens a great value. Regrettably, the absence of optical vibration reduction can be challenging when making use of one of Nikon's DX units. People who remember the Z 28mm F2.8 prime lens from many years ago will feel a sense of nostalgia when using the SE version, with its faithful replication of the texture and font from old designs. The grip area, silver ring, and lettering on the front have all been carefully recreated according to Nikon blueprints. On Nikon's FX-C series mirrorless cameras, the 28mm focal length provides a wide-angle view. When used on DX cameras, the 28mm lens acts like a 42mm lens and is in between a wide angle and the standard prime. With its lightweight and quick f2.8 aperture rating, this lens is perfect for everyday shooting and street photography. Even though it is built with a lightweight design, the lens has a strong and robust feel. It has a plastic rather than metal mounting plate, but its great quality material makes it durable enough for most photographers. The mounting plate may not have a rubber gasket like some Nikkor lenses, but weather sealing surrounding the focus ring and lens opening helps keep out water and dust. The grip feels natural and effortless, but the lack an AM switch for quickly shifting between autofocus and manual focus. The image quality and overall performance of this Z-mount lens are excellent, especially considering its small size and affordable price. It performs similarly to the Nikon Z 40mm F2.8, a recent release in the Z-mount FX series. Like most other Nikkor Z lenses, it is immensely sharp across the entire frame when used at its widest aperture. Color fringing and distortion may still be seen, but not too prominently. Many lenses designed for mirrorless cameras depend on automatic corrections that are applied in camera or while raw processing. The distortion fix can't be deactivated, unlike vignetting correction, which is exceedingly apparent when shooting wide open with a full-frame camera and much less of an issue on DX cameras. With the f2.8 aperture, you can get the necessary shutter speed in low light conditions without increasing the ISO setting too much and compromising image quality. Additionally, taking photos with a wide open aperture at f2.8 and minimal focus distance creates a shallow depth of field that gives a beautiful background blur. On full-frame camera bodies, the viewing angle is wide, and, with Nikon Z7 series high-resolution cameras, using the DX crop mode lets you use the lens as a 42mm prime while still having a 19.5 megapixel image size. This same result applies when mounting the lens on either a DX format Z50 or ZFC body. Though Nikon doesn't provide an official hood either in the package or as an option, ghosting and flare resistance are still quite satisfactory. The Z 28mm F2.8 has a more vintage look compared to other lenses but is still modern. It adds 2mm in width and 5 grams in weight while keeping the same price. Depending on the model of the Nikon Z series camera, the Z 28mm has a different effect. For FX bodies it gives an expansive wide angle, whereas with DX bodies it provides a more standard perspective. It excels in image quality and performance, and its build and design give it great value for money. While there might be some issues with using the Z 28mm F2.8 SE lens on DX bodies and no official Nikon lens hood, it's still a great purchase with its retro styling reminiscent of 35mm film cameras, especially for its relatively low price.